Hello, Barry Anderson from Trade Ideas with today's What Makes This Trade Great. I wanted to say this edition of What Makes This Trade Great. Well, guys, this is a sort of a commentary also. So look at SWTX. If you didn't know the story about this one, this is this day here on the 24th. In the pre-market, they made a big announcement. Looked like positive phase 3. This is a bio. So positive phase 3 results, and this hit actually up to $50 in the pre-market. Now, when the market opened, it did drop, but also, Goldman Sachs, I think, put a $90 price target on it. I think JP Morgan had a 90. Others were various 70, 80, whatever. But it dropped, okay, but it's kind of, holding its own. When these guys put these price targets on, and not necessarily are they, first of all, not necessarily will they reach those at all, but it's not necessarily the next day. But anyway, so here's the next day and the next day and the next day. Then all of a sudden, after hours, look at this action. And they released some more data, and obviously the market perception, it was terrible, absolutely terrible. But I mean, can you imagine though if you went along with what Goldman and JP Morgan were saying and okay, took some right here and were prepared to hold on for a while? In the 30 level, looked like it was holding the 30 level. And then you wake up this morning, or actually this was after hours yesterday, and you see this utter collapse down to 16. It did pop a little bit in the pre-market, but what made the trade great, well, of course, the news, but this also showed up on my 10-day daily breakdown. And I think the alert was right around 18 or so, and this got all the way down to 13 something. But then we were able to also play it on a huge bounce, okay? Because, you know that there are going to be people looking at this and saying, well, come on. I mean, how can Goldman and how can JP Morgan? I mean, JP Morgan reiterated their $90 this morning, okay? It's not that they backed off. They reiterated it this morning. So, this is, probably people were looking at that, oh, well, come on, how can they do that? Is this really as bad as it seems? Anyway, the bottom line is this was news driven back here, certainly news driven here, news driven again on the bounce. So, but what a wild. There were so many great trades in the trading room today on bounce plays, on stocks that kept moving higher. I mean, look at the SPY. I mean, this is pretty exciting. I mean, after thinking that the SPY was just going to utterly collapse, the SPY has just been moving higher and higher and higher. I think this is the 4th day in a row now. So, I guess that bear market's over. I'm kidding, of course, but right now the market is very euphoric. So anyway, guys, so it's a long weekend in the States on Monday, so the markets are closed. Trade Ideas, of course, is closed on Monday. And so I hope everybody has a great long weekend if you do celebrate. And I'll open the room Tuesday morning at 8 o'clock Eastern. So again, have a great long weekend, and we'll see you then. Bye-bye.